For National Manufacturing Month, we're exploring how Nebraska's manufacturing community benefits from peer collaboration, leadership growth, and the power of cross-industry innovation. The Nebraska MEP is part of the National Institute of Standards and Technology's Hollings Manufacturing Extension Partnership, or MEP program. Residing within the U.S. Department of Commerce, MEP was created in 1988 with the intent of enhancing the productivity and technological performance of U.S. manufacturers.
I guess going back a little ways, I used to work at Allman Brothers, so Matt Allman was one of the owners. And then about a year and a half ago, Matt Allman reached out to me via LinkedIn. We were talking back and forth. He told me about the MEP program that he wanted to start. And part of it is, the collaboration with peers. The other part of it is touring different facilities. And that's where you can do a lot of best practices, benchmarking, and just look at things differently than what you see every day, at your own facility.
Nebraska manufacturers have a distinct advantage. Not only does the state offer easy access to domestic and global markets, but it's the work ethic and integrity, the Nebraska Nice, that sets this region apart.
Basically how it works is, once a month we'll have about 2 hours discussion, then an hour tour, and then, we'll debrief afterwards. So when they were able to come to Quinn and see some of our processes, there was actually several different engineers in the group that were like, hey, if we automated this process, or if we did this, they were able to bring to light, ideas that we hadn't thought about, or at least, give us a reference point or a resource to reach out to when we decide to do, some of those improvements like automation.
Through peer groups like these, leaders in Nebraska can share openly, bringing different perspectives and high-level strategies without the limitations of competition.
I would say collaboration, just around past experiences, and utilizing, some of the guys that have been in these roles for years and years, just kind of as a sounding board to, just ask questions, feedback. Does this make sense, this policy change we're doing, or this continuous improvement idea? Have you guys done anything with this? What may be the risks? That's helped a lot too, because we've all failed, and we can use each other's failures to continue to grow as well.
The manufacturing industry in Nebraska accounts for over 10% of the state's GDP. That's $13 billion in 2019, and employs over 99,000 people on average.
But we put a lot of, younger or greener leads and supervisors through training there. They've got problem-solving training. They've got some quality training. They've got job work instruction training. And we participate, I think, in almost all of those so far. And when they get back, they use what they learned there and do a project here at Quinn. And so they're growing as leaders. We're investing in the employees, they're growing as leaders, while all at the same time making improvements, to the plant, to the facility, through the training that MEP prepared them for.
In addition to peer networking, Nebraska MEP is actively creating a resource search hub that will connect Nebraska suppliers and manufacturers. This tool will act as a glue for the industry, uniting resources and opening doors for new workers who are just entering the field. By making it easy to find and connect with local suppliers, this hub gives young workers a clear sense of the opportunities available right here in Nebraska. And it shows them that manufacturing is a dynamic, high-tech career path with a strong, supportive community.
But also, it just gives you a different perspective. We've got, a guy that comes from the ag industry. You wouldn't think that would have anything to do with glue, but there were things that we saw when we toured their facility that were like, hey, we could really utilize that at Quinn. And then it also gives you partners that you can reach out to, whether it's for a part or just a suggestion or idea, or engineering resources that could just be right down the road, that we never thought of before, or that may not come up on, Google search. And I think that's something MEP is going to do a really good job at as we, as they grow, continuing to connect, all sorts of different manufacturing partners. And that networking is going to, I think, do Nebraska, a big service where, we can keep that manufacturing here, we can grow together, and just really set a standard and set a tone.
This National Manufacturing Month, we celebrate the leaders, innovators, and partners who make it all possible.